Well, it stopped streaming here. Let me do a refresh. I think our internet went away, came back. Let me refresh. I'm just sitting here going, oh, where's my internet? It says I'm broadcasting. Maybe. I don't know. That's weird. That's kind of creepy. Okay, well my internet's back, but my game is gone. That was rather surprising. Hmm. Anyway, looks like Eagle Claw is with us. Hey, Eagle Claw. We're trying to play something that we've never done before, and our internet decided to poop out. I don't think our internet likes it. We're not that fond either. Tried to group and it dropped us. Alright, let's see if I can hop back in. That was very frightening. And then I get an Internet Explorer has stopped working. Oh, that's beautiful. I think our internet really dislikes this game, so well, we'll try to get back in. We'll play a little bit more. Connection being established. Hey, I'm back in. And no, I can't zoom in, and no, the long hair is guy hair. So I did make a guy. Alright, we're going to try this again. So if I hit F for friend and find Roselia. So now the next thing is figuring out where we are. I used so we have alright, so obviously then from what I'm gathering, the Drakensang has multiple servers. That's cool, you know, it helps with server overload. Problem is, my wife's on a different server. I'm not seeing a tool that lets me search for another server. Now, I've added my wife as a friend, but she doesn't show up in the friend list, so we can't try to join the same server. So somehow we've got to figure out how we can join to the same server. I'm going to try and send her an invite for party one more time. Oh, she's going to hop out and come back. Hey, Eagle Claw. Well, I was on Agathon too. So I'm not sure. Yeah, we're on the Agathon. We're both, let me check here. Oh, for options. No, there's not very much in the way of options. I was wondering if maybe it had a change server. Map? No, nothing there. Shop? It's like shop. Yeah, that's goofy. Well, I tell you, that's kind of a big strike against this if there's no real easy way to party up with your friends. Because what I'm seeing is we can both be in the game, play, but not even be together. So that really kind of defeats the purpose of grouping up with a friend, you know, saying, hey, let's go play. Because I am standing right where she's at. I look over at her screen and this is where we are. Okay, so what is this thing? Well, that's like a transport stone, right? So that's not going to help get us on the same server. And I hit F for friends. Friends. I'm going to try this again. Slash invite. Well, that didn't do nothing. So press enter to open chat, and then this doesn't do a very good job. I can see why this game didn't rate so highly. It's actually not very good. I mean, I hate to just come out and say it, but you know, if it's not very good, it's not very good. So it says I sent an invitation to her, but again, there's nothing on her screen indicating that she's been sent an invitation for anything. Friendship, partying. Alright, she's going on to try some missions, so what I'm going to do is head out of town and see if maybe we pop up in the same server now. I mean, we're both on the same game server, so I don't know how they have it broken down. Same channel, however you want to call it. She's right near the entrance, and again, we are not on the same game channel. Hey, Cynic, long time no see. Actually, I haven't seen both of you in a very long time. Yeah, my wife says that's what happens when I work late. So, fortunately this week, I don't think I got to work too late. Last week was just one of those weeks. Well, I don't see any way of finding the same instance that you're in. Like, I don't even see a name of the instance. If I hit my map, it doesn't really say anything either. So neat. Well, it's always fun trying a new game and seeing what's good and what's bad about it. So let's summarize so far. Good things. Easy to hop into. There was nothing to download. I just had to update my Java, and then the game popped right into choosing a server, and then from choosing a server went right into picking a character. Streamlined character creation process. There's like 3 classes, 1 race. You get to pick from like several hairdos and 3 different levels of body size, so very quick and very easy to get into. Simple game. If you've played anything like Diablo before, you just click on the ground, you move, click on people to talk to them, click on creatures to fight them. You don't have to click your mouse button, just hold your mouse button and you auto attack. So that's simple. Now let's talk about some of the cons that I'm seeing. First of all, it does not have a very too user intuitive interface. I mean, it is fairly straightforward. Here's your, quick slots for putting down some basic items that you might have. You get a couple skills that you can put here. Here's your mana or concentration for using some of your skills. Here's your life, your health right there. Here's your money, and then here's your quick cuts to different things, your character sheets, inventory, and whatnot. I mean, that part's pretty intuitive. That's fairly standard. What's not fairly intuitive is things like inviting other folks to group with you, switching to the instance that your friend is on. If you had a friend who lived far away and you didn't talk to him on the phone, and the only way you had to communicate was through the game, and you log into the game and you hit F for friends, well, my wife is on, and we thought we had invited each other to be friends. Well, yeah, she says we might have got our disconnect right as we were making that happen, so it might not have actually saved. But I'm seeing, like, I'm going to try and do a search for her. Let's just see if anything comes up here. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. So even though my wife is logged into the game and playing, I can't do a character search for her. So if I was expecting this to be some kind of catalyst for playing with my friends, it's not very intuitive as far as just typing invite, or you can't even type /friend and add them as a friend. So trying to use this socially is kind of awkward. What we had to do is we actually had to be in the same instance and like in the same area in order for us to even see each other in the character list. Problem is, now that we're on different instances, we don't see any way of switching instances to group up so we could play together. So that would make it very awkward if we chose this for some kind of event where we wanted to play with other people. Because again, one of the advantages I didn't mention is the fact that there was no download. We just made the account and we started playing because it pops right into the browser. So speaking of another disadvantage, because it's a browser game, I left with this really small window to play in. Now, to be fair, it does have a full screen option. So yes, I could full screen it. Problem is, when I full screen it, then it would kill my broadcast. So that's not the game's fault. So there is a full screen. I'm looking over at my wife's computer, and there is a full screen, and it takes up the whole screen. I'm just not able to take advantage of that. So I can't really fault the game for that. What I did fault the game for was they didn't have options in between, which would be nice. And I'm not sure if you can even have that with a browser-based game. So some good things, some bad things. This is definitely not going to be one that we decide to pick up and follow. It was just an experiment for me to try out a browser-based MMO. So are there other browser-based games out there? There actually turns out to be a lot of browser-based MMOs. What I would like to find though is something kind of 3D-ish along the lines of like EverQuest, but in a browser-based. Oh, that's my wife. My wife was making noises, and I was like, "Oh, what's wrong?" She said she picked up a new spell. So she's making the most of this. She's been out killing stuff while I was looking at the screen and trying to figure out if I could somehow change instances to play with her. But okay, so I got these chests. Oh, hey, that was one of my quests. Well, I wonder if I can hold the shift key. All right. So I had to dig way back to my early old Diablo knowledge set. If you hold your shift key, then you can click on the ground, fire, and not move. Because one problem I have as a ranger is if I do initiate combat with something from kind of a distance and I happen to click the ground instead of shooting, I just start moving towards them. So I would say if you liked old Diablo, then this probably would be a very nostalgic game. There isn't one dungeon, not nostalgic-y in that sense, but nostalgic-y in the sense that you know, the gameplay just kind of feels like. If you just converted this to a dungeon, it'd be just like Diablo. Let's see, and Cynic says, can't find friends in massive multiplayer online game, boo hiss. Yes, I agree. That's kind of goofy. Now, my new favorite phrase is, to be fair, there very well could be a way to find folks, but I hearken it back to my not very user-friendly interface and the fact that there's no easy way to tell, oh, this is how you switch instances. Most MMOs that I'm used to playing, in the mini-map usually, there's like a drop-down and you can tell it which instance to go to. There's usually some clue or indicator on the screen telling you where you are. Like even if you open the map would say something like, you know, you're on, say right here, Darbmore 2 or Darbmore 3, and you could just hit a drop down, tell it what instance to go to, and you're good. Even Star Trek Online, you know, once you group up with somebody, you can tell it, okay, go to the instance that so-and-so is there. It's there at least. This, I'm just not seeing it. So I mean, you know, if someone's watching this and they say, oh, well, that's easy, dummy, this is how you do it, well, that's great. I just don't see it here hitting me in the face that this is how you do it, and it'd be nice if it was. But that's enough harping on that. Yeah. So that just kills the multiplayer social mood right there. But I'll say on the flip side, some other advantages to this type of game. Because this is a browser based, I actually played this like a long time ago when it very first came out, before it was attached to Big Point or anything else. It was just, I don't even remember who was making it, but they've had patches since then. So this kind of combines, if you play it as like a single player game, very cool in the fact that you get a constantly evolving Diablo type of game, which to me is kind of what Diablo 3 sounds like it's going to be, because it's going to be attached to Battle.net. You're going to be essentially kind of playing a single player connected to the internet game, and the fact that you should be able to get patches quicker, content updates quicker, and that's what's happened here. Even though this is massively, and you can go into town and you can go places, you see other people playing, the fact that it seems so complicated to consistently group up with friends. This might be played more in the single player vein than as a truly social game. I mean, until I learn otherwise. But at least as a single player game, you're going to have a lot of updates. It's not like you're going to have to wait months and months for patches, because like a lot of MMOs, they're able to constantly crank out patches and fixes for you. And because it's in the browser, it's virtually undetected to you. You'll just open up, start playing the game, and it's already patched to what it needs to be. So there's a lot of advantages to browser-based gaming. I just need to find one that fits my gaming needs. Because, you know, it just gets so tiring of constantly seeing a game, having to download nowadays 20 gigabytes worth of data to play, and store that on your hard drive when that's 20 gigabytes you can have for some other stuff. One thing I liked from EverQuest 2, and I know some other games have it, but it's streaming client. So maybe you don't need all 20 gigabytes of data when you first start. I know Guild Wars reminded me a lot of that. It streamed a lot of content. So the disadvantage is when you first go into a new zone, it has to download all the information for that new zone. So eventually your game, all of it will be downloaded to the hard drive, but only as you go there. So you don't have to initially do a 20 gigabyte download and install. So that's kind of what brought me to the browser, was, you know, instead of going through that old pattern, why don't we just try one? I just tell it to play and the browser pops up and I'm in the game. So the trick now is just finding one that I enjoy. And actually it turns out there's quite a few. So for instance, this Big Point company here that's doing the Drakensang right now, they've also got, they have some other games. I didn't look at them all. I just came to look at this one because I had seen it before. But they've also got a Battlestar Galactica, which is actually kind of cool. I tried that one. You get to pick either the humans or the Cylons, and then it's a space combat oriented. So you fly around in your ships and you do kind of space combat. Oh, you know what? I have not been watching the chat. I'm sorry. The gamer me, darn good to catch you online finally. I saw your post on the 6-year-old kid with cancer on EQ2. Did you hear Vanguard is going free to play this summer and EQ is free to play now? Yes, actually I did hear that, and I'm actually very excited about Vanguard going free to play. One cool advantage about being old like I am is you're around long enough to play a lot of betas and then decide if you want to invest money into a game. And so when Vanguard first came out many years ago, my wife and I, we hopped onto it. We got the beta and we said, wow, this is an amazing game. And it really was. It had some very unique things to it. It was very, very cool. However, as the game came out, they patched into it really bad bugs and the game went downhill very, very quickly. Whatever Sigil Games was doing at the time, because it was Sigil Games when it first came out, it just, I mean, I remember escapades of running across land. Okay, so I'm running across land, we're going somewhere, we're on a quest, we're excited, we're playing Vanguard, and all of a sudden my breath meter came up. And I'm like, that's very odd, because I'm on land. And I thought, must just be a graphical glitch, because why would I be running on land and have my breath meter come up? Turns out that I actually did end up drowning. That was interesting. I remember one time something happened and my character kept running. It wasn't that they were running on the screen, but I had hit like some kind of lag spike. My character actually, I couldn't see it, but the game thought that my character was running even though I lagged, and it lagged me into water, and I actually drowned in water, and then we had to figure out where my corpse was. My tombstone was underwater somewhere. It's just crazy stuff. Riding on a boat and drowning. They used to have it where you could be flying and cross a server boundary, and your mount would disappear and you'd fall to your death. So it had a lot of really game-breaking bugs. However, the game now, I've gone back and played it every once in a while. Sometimes they'll give me a free, come back and try us out. And it's improved actually quite a bit. And it does have remarkable crafting and I would say a lot of the housing ideas that Vanguard has, they brought into EverQuest 2, so it has phenomenal stuff, crafting ships. I mean, it's got a lot of phenomenal stuff. So to go free to play is very, very exciting. Let's see, Eagle Claw says, really like the game. I only stopped playing it because my friends wanted me to play EverQuest 2 instead. Yeah, I mean, and that's pretty much why we stopped. I mean, it was just the bugs killed it, and because the bugs killed it, our friends didn't want to play it no more. I mean, but it was neat. It had, like, you know, the Asian race and the Arabian race. It tried to actually kind of pull in some world things from our world and kind of fantasy. And it had the really cool diplomacy card game, where diplomacy is cool because you can affect city faction. You go and talk to certain people in a town and play this diplomacy mini card game, and then boom, you've got crafting bonuses or combat bonuses. You know, it's just very, very cool things. And Sony took it over, and they actually did patch quite a bit. And the fact that it's kind of like this big seamless world is neat too, because you can like walk into a dungeon, and those things are really, really cool. I mean, you literally just are walking on the land, and then, oh hey, this is a dungeon, let's go into it. And that's very, very cool. It gives you that sense of exploring. However, that's my other favorite word, and I don't know if they've changed it, but I hate the death penalty. Wow, you die in that game at higher levels, there was big experience point hits. See, that's what made me mad, is when you died because of some sort of like server lag, you know, walking on land and you drown and die, I'd lose equipment and experience, and it just sucked. So I don't know if those things have fixed at all, but let's see. The gamer me said, I gotta move my little box here. You know the history of sigil games, right? One of the creators of EQ left SOE to make sigil games. Microsoft gave them $20 million to make the game. They blew through $20 million in months. Then they were dropped by Microsoft, and SOE bought the game. Yeah, don't quite remember all the particulars, but yeah, it kind of went like that. And it's crazy too, because we never thought, like, just sitting back, it's like, really, how do you burn through that kind of money? But anybody who really reads a lot of MMO news, it really can take a lot of money nowadays to build a game. So I guess burning through 20 million is not unrealistic. But I think at that time, that's when the AAA games really started to come to the forefront, and I think a lot of people didn't understand that it's going to take a lot of money to invest in a game, and if you cut that short like Microsoft did, then you're going to end up with a product that gets rushed early and it has all the problems it had. It has a great potential. Our computers are strong enough to run it now, so going free to play will give a lot of people a chance to play it. Euclaw says it had a Goblin Disciple. Oh, that was a neat thing too. I mean, it had many races, lots of I'm not even playing, I'm just talking now. This game didn't really hold my interest, since I can't find my wife to play with her, but somehow it seems to have got her interest. She goes, ew, this is top down, I hate it. And here I am talking, and now I look over and she's running around and killing stuff and hitting her spells, and I think we found a side diversionary for her, so those times where she's taking a break from EverQuest 2, she can just hop on this. But that's cool, that's what it's for. Quick single player game. See, so now I got a diversion. I might just hop into this if I just feel like, you know, I'm just going to go kill stuff, but this for us is not going to be a social game. The gamer me says Dwarf Healer Tank had two separate armor sets, one just for healing and the other just for tanking. Yep, I liked playing like the ranger classes, and I made like these Asian samurai warrior type people, which is always, I thought, was fun. And then Claw says the crafting system was amazing. I had an avid crafter, and this system really did it for me. It had an amazingly in-depth crafting system. I look back, and for the things that we did do that worked were actually very fun. I mean, I even enjoyed the diplomacy game. I thought it was neat. I got a horse from playing diplomacy, because I had to travel from like town to town. There was like a race. I had to travel from one part of town to like a whole other city, find a guy to play my diplomacy card game with them. And if I won, then I got like a horse. I mean, it just had a lot of really, really cool stuff if you looked for it. I mean, shoot, I'd do video casts just all on diplomacy. And that was part of my beta, was, I tell you though, they did an amazing job in beta when you reported like bugs. It was pretty amazing how quick they were to respond. I remember playing Diplomacy because I really liked it, and every time I found a Diplomacy branch that just stopped, I'd send in a bug report, hey, this Diplomacy quest stops right here at this point, and like almost immediately the next day, which, you know, I like to take credit for, because of me, that was fixed. They'd say, oh, you can now progress past this part. So they were really quick in the day. And now I read too, since they're making it free to play, they've actually devoted some talent to it to go ahead and start picking it back up for like the item shop, and to actually develop the existing content and start developing new content. I think this is going to breathe some life into the game, and it's a welcome change, because I think that my wife, myself, and some of her friends would actually go back into Vanguard, because there's a lot of things it had that are very well developed, and I think they can take pretty far. I just hope the death penalty system is reduced. I hate death penalties. You can call me a Care Bear, I don't care. I like to just play a game, and if I die, I just come back and go back to where I was. That's me. I'll admit it. That's me. I'll take it. Let's see what we got here. Tanking Classic EverQuest 2, you lost a lot. Yeah, 20 gig install to start. Yeah, just huge. Which, Vanguard, I don't even know how big that one is now. It's kind of old, so it might not be as huge as some of the new games, but that'll be a chunk of a download when that goes free. Yeah, you know, and I bet you we have R2 boxes floating around somewhere of installed discs too, but buried. I mean, we bought it, we played it for about a month and just said they broke it. I mean, they broke that bad when it went live. Let's see, the Gamer Me Too, that's what betas are meant for. Betas nowadays are just glorified PR stunts. Yeah, but you know what though, here's what I like about the betas. Even if it's a PR stunt, just something to get you in there, I use it as a chance to see if this is where I want to invest some money. I mean, I love hopping in beta. Like, for example, Terra. I was really excited to get Terra access, and I've got Terra access for those days I do the beta weekends. Played it a weekend, and I decided it's not my cup of tea. Not to say it's a bad game, just not my cup of tea. Has a very innovative combat system, I'll give you that. But it's not unlike combat games I've seen in, say, Raiders. And Raiders is free to play. So, free to play, you know, or pay for it. So betas, I still love them though. I would go back to Eagleclaw says I would go back to Vanguard. It had too much potential for the fate it had. Yeah, I would. I definitely. I mean, free to play, how could you not want to just hop it on your computer and say, hey, let's go play Vanguard? My kid, he's 8, he even like every once in a while to get like the free, you know, come back and play us for a week or 14 days, and he tried it every once in a while, and even he played it. I think my mom even played it. I mean, it's there. It's a little more complex, say, than your average MMO, but that was the good thing about it. And then the Gamer Me, why have a beta with Guild Wars 2 when it's going to be free to play anyways? Well, then that's just, I agree with you, kind of supports the theory of the PR stunt. Plus they said, you know, I don't have a quote or exactly where I read this, but just something I read said that they're going to use some of this beta for feedback from the players on things that are good and bad. So a way to tweak it, because there's still going to be the initial investment of buying the game, because it's a buy to play, from my understanding. So there won't be the monthly subscription fee with it, but you're going to still have to shell out that 50, 60 bucks to buy the box, and that's the part that they have to try and promote. So with the beta, that's a chance for them to say, hey, our game is worth shelling out 60 bucks for. So I could see a beta for that. Plus, almost every free-to-play game now has a beta. But I think, like you said, it's just more for promotional. Just to try and get people hooked. It's a theory that makes sense to me. So I pre-ordered Guild Wars 2, so hopefully if they do a beta, I can get into the beta. Since I don't qualify as press, I can't get into the press betas. Yet, my wife says I don't qualify yet. And she was very proud of me, because my broadcast for the Ribbit event has been on ZAM and something else, something Zam, and Massively. I got a mention on massively.com, which is pretty cool, in their EQ Tattered Notebook, and there was one other website too that mentioned it, so that was pretty neat. So who knows, maybe after another year or two of just coming on here and talking about video games, I could be considered press. That'd be neat. The Gamer Me, he says they use it to sell pre-order. Yeah, exactly. The pre-orders, the PR, I mean, betas are perfect for that. Hopefully, if your game is good enough, then people will play the beta and they'll shell out that money to get you the pre-orders, the hype, all that stuff. So have you heard anything from that kid with cancer on EQ2? My wife, she read an article. It was posted by the mom. I'm just relaying from her. She doesn't have her microphone in. But he got accepted in, well, or was trying to get, they're trying to get him accepted into a clinical trial. Now, all the details I don't have, but they are trying to get him into something. So, okay. So a clinical trial for something came up that he was eligible for, so they're filling out all the paperwork now. So, we wish him the best of luck. And then Eagleclaw says, I'm pressed, but not for video games. I'm a newspaper sports reporter. Oh, man. See, I need to be like a video game sports reporter, but I just report on how I play. And now I'm running down the path. And here comes some things. And I'm surrounded, but now we're taking them down. And that's 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. And my health has gone down just a tad. Yeah, I could probably do sports announcing for video games. I think I found my calling there. I think I do a better job just shooting the breeze, playing games. I'm not even doing anything. This so totally has not sucked me in. But I keep looking over at my wife. She's got like her quest log is full, and we'll go to bed at night and she'll be like, you know what? I really did hate that game. She says that I stuck her on it, so she's gonna play it. She might not come back to it. She's very, very diehard EverQuest 2, and she only goes to these other games if I play it. So, this will probably be both our last times on it. Let's see, the Gamer Me says, yeah, me too. I press beer to my lips. Oh, hey, well, I guess we gotta be I press, well, I'm out of it, but hot cocoa. I don't do the Mountain Dew, but I do enjoy my hot cocoa. Oh, the Gamer Me says, Lo, you need to give her her own mic. You know, well, she does have her own mic, she just doesn't like to use it. She doesn't... She says she's not on my broadcast thingy. I mean, which is true. Like when we do EverQuest, because EverQuest has a built-in microphone chat client, then she talks. When I tell her to, because she'll be talking to me, I said, just turn your mic on. She's like, oh, okay. But this doesn't have a chat client, and whatever I do to broadcast with, it doesn't have a chat client, so you can't hear her. She's got a headset with a microphone, so you'll just have to imagine. So usually when she says bad things about me, I repeat it to the group, which I used to not. I always just give her dirty looks, but it's funnier now if you just hear what she has to say, because she's actually kind of mean. And then I can say things and she can't say nothing bad. I mean, she can say something, but again, I just filter what I repeat that she says, so it works out. Oh, now she's like, I'm going to figure out how to chat now. Oh. She just said something, but I filtered it out, so. She's gonna hurt me while we're sleeping. Yeah, the Gamer Me says someone's on the couch tonight. Yeah, I know she hates the couch, but beats the floor. I don't know. I enjoy the big bed. I don't know why she likes the couch. But... Oh, you meant me on the couch? Yeah. No. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just coming out here. So let's see if I can actually complete out a quest. So I was supposed to find the queue. Thieving the Thieves of Dabmore. Oh, I did my thing. I killed enough things to get 12 of the little tools that they had stolen. So I'm going to go back and turn in this quest. Running back to town. I just got to find the guy with the exclamation mark above his head. Ooh, nope, exclamation mark means a new quest. I got to turn in the question mark. There it is. Protecting the hand. I don't ever read the stories, but I need to collect 10 knuckles from the restless brawlers and bring the knuckles to that guy. Alright, sounds good. And let's go turn in a quest. And, oop, let's pick this one up. No more fresh fish. Collect 8 fish by slaying sluggish bog beasts. Alright, and then bring the fish back. Nice. And then the gamer me says, what game is this? This game right here is Drakensang. Drakensang Online. Oh, there it is. I just got my 12 peat moss cutters. And, oh, it's repeatable, so I can go kill those things again. And then the gamer me finishes up with, there's a whole lot of browser MMOs, can't remember the site, MMO Hut or something. Yeah, I went to a couple places that listed a whole bunch of MMO games, browser-based ones. It's just a matter of finding one that you like, because it's a huge, actually, I don't know if you want to call it a market, but genre of online gaming is browser-based. Someone is following my wife. Which, hey, you know, follow, but since you can't friend her or anything, but whatever. Since we can't seem to group up, you'll just have to follow. Alright. Oh wait, I don't think I actually told it to take the quest again. Now let's try to just kill some stuff here. Come on, kill them. Kill that one. Well, I tell you, I normally don't play archers, but that's... Oh, I did pick it. There we go. I just have to kill a whole bunch of them. But I like archers because these things like to run, and I can just shoot them. Because before, when I played a warrior and chased these things when they run, they would end up running me back into a whole bunch of other stuff. My warrior was constantly being surrounded by all kinds of stuff because he would chase these little peat bog things. Let's see here. Do you remember? Let's see. This is the gamer me, Drakensang. It's actually not Drakensang. Draken, D-R-A-K-E-N-S-A-N-G. It's a German MMO line. Well, not MMO line. There's some. If you do a search for Drakensang, you'll see that there's some offline games that they have, which they don't score very high when you look at like editor reviews, but they're actually pretty good. And there was one I played for a while, Drakensang something about a boat in a river. It was pretty good. I liked it. That's what brought me to this. However, this is way different than the offline games. So this is kind of its own entity and beast. So if you played this one, it's not anything like their offline games. Their offline RPGs are actually pretty good. And he says, do you remember Mythos at all? It finally came out of beta and it's free to play. I tried it. I think I did. If it's the one I'm thinking of, where there's one I played, I thought it was Mythos, but I could be wrong. Something like you had like little runes and you cast like, you're like a summoner and you would cast these little runes and make these little creatures pop up that would follow you around and do your fighting for you. If that's Mythos. I can't quite remember. I don't know, I've played so many. I lose track of what they are and what they do. And then, okay, it also says that Mythos is like Diablo. Yeah, there's also a couple. There's Battle of Immortals by Perfect World, which is Diablo kind-ish clone. I think this one is better than Battle of Immortals. I mean, when you get to play it in full screen mode. You know, and again, just in case you didn't hear when I explained, the only reason I'm not playing this in full screen mode is because full screen mode kills out my broadcast software. So I have to play it in this little teeny tiny window. Otherwise, I would be playing this in full screen. So I think I like this one a little bit better than Battle of Immortals, mostly because I like the setting. Now, I admit Battle of Immortals was kind of cool because it kind of had like Egyptian settings and a lot of other stuff, but this has like, my wife just said Egyptian, that piqued her interest. Yeah, like one of the first areas you're in, you're like inside a pyramid and there's mummies and stuff like that. Well, I got her interest. But it's a download one for comparison's sakes. But I wouldn't mind, I want to find some more good browser MMOs. Oh my gosh, I need a better bow and arrow for sure. 3.2 point. Did you buy a new one? I haven't picked one up yet. My wife got a better bow, and so she's like, "Oh, my bow is way nice." So here I am. She's like, "I'm playing the game. I'm not sitting there chatting because I don't have a mic." I know, whatever. Oh, okay. The gamer me put in a link for Mythos for me. Have to go check it out. That's what I do. I play games. I'll play them and review them. Now the nice thing about my bow and arrow is the fact I can shoot these guys from that far away. If I had my starting sword and was right up here fighting these things, I'd be dead. I'd be so dead. I'd be running away. Alright. I just need somebody to drop a bow, but I'm getting some fish. Look at that. Killed a whole bunch of those things. I'm glad they're slow. How many fish did I pick up? I need X amount of fish. I have to see how many fish I got. Maybe I'll check my inventory. I needed like 8 fish. I got 4 fish. I needed 12. I think I've got all my tools. I needed 12 peat bog tools or whatever. So the gamer me asked, so is this only single player or is there a multiplayer part 2? There is a multiplayer part 2, and that's what my wife and I were trying to figure out. The game crashed earlier on us and we think that messed it up. But they do have a friend system, but the thing with the friend system, like if I hit F, hold on, pardon me. See, if I hit F, this will pull up a player search and I can find folks, and it says that I can do a friends and I can group with them. However, it looks like you have to be in the same instance as other folks. So like if I wanted to play with my wife, we had to figure out how to get in the same instance. When we first were playing before our crash, we were in the same instance and we were trying to figure out how to group up, and then the game crashed, we came back, now we're in different instances and we have no idea. I gotta, oops, back up a bit. And we have no idea how to get into the same instance, so we have not found how to take advantage of the grouping in multiplayer yet. It's not very intuitive. And Evilclaw says, it's multiplayer, it's an MMO, there's just no apparent way to group up cross-server. Right, and that's kind of where we're stuck at, which is why we haven't like totally devoted our lives to this game yet. Which is why I think, you know, it's an outstanding single player, but until I learn how to do the multiplayer aspect, it kind of bites. And then gamer me, I noticed it was Java based. Yes, it is Java, which is, you know, it works. It works. I am interested though. It seems like the Unity engine, which is good for online stuff. I'm not a programmer or nothing, but Unity seems to be a popular tool. I guess there's going to be some browser-based MMOs using the Unity engine. Maybe that's what I should search for. But that would be pretty good because then you could actually have some 3D MMOs. Oh look, that looks like a shirt next to me. Maybe I can get some better armor. A linen shirt. Alright, let me come back here and take a look at my equipment. Oh boy. All kinds of stuff here. Shoot these guys. That's my experience bar. Wow, I got a bunch of these guys coming at me. Well, at least I can kite a little bit. Oh, goodness. But yeah, well, definitely if you like your top-down combat, this definitely has it. Oh, arrow after arrow. I definitely need a better bow. But, hey look, I got all those fish. I need one more fish. Awesome. Oh, did you pick up that shirt? No, you didn't. Get out of my way. Alright, let me check out my equipment. I have a hat. Let's see, can I drop it on my character somewhere? Maybe. I guess just double click. I guess I can't wear it. Oh, it's part of a quest. Simple buckler. Maybe. Linen hand wraps. And a stalker shirt. Alright, well, maybe I got better equipment. I just need one more fish. What is this? Inventory expansion. Increase it if I spend a whole bunch of these jewels that I don't have. Alright, well, let me get my one more fish. We'll go turn some quests in. I got 2 to turn in. Die. There they are. Looked interesting, got me trying it out. It's not bad. Just, you know, like anything, you just have to, yeah, you know, it's different, it's new, and then, you know, you gotta decide what it is you're looking for in a game. Are you looking for a really, really good multiplayer? I mean, shoot, if I can figure out how to do multiplayer, I'd group up with anybody. Run content. It's actually got quite a bit of depth to it. There's, I mean, as far as maps and whatnot, I don't know about depth of game mechanics, but hey, there's all my fish. Alright, well, let's get the heck out of Dodge. Running just as fast as I can. Alright, let me make my stand. Yo. And I think we're good. Go back to town. Oh, this isn't town. Hey, I got me a quest item though. What did you drop? Oh man, I still need 5 of those peat bog moss cutting tool things. Oh, skeleton. The undead warrior stuff tonight. Ooh, I got a magic linen shirt. Ooh. Oh. Trying to read the chat, ran right into a big old group of undead. Alright, let's see how slow they are. Actually, they're kind of quick. But, luckily, I'm tough enough that I can survive. Take that. Oh, you know, and those things drop those little health nodules often, that healing doesn't seem to be that big of a problem even though I'm a ranger class. Probably have it that way because it is just battle after battle after battle, so that's nice. Every once in a while they drop a little health thing for me, and ping! Oh, topped off. Nice. Inventory's full. I gotta make room. Magic linen shirt. I have to identify those somehow. Oh, here they come. I have a truth gem. Yep. My wife pointed out to me, so I can right click and then identify that. Right click, identify that. Oh, it is a magic bow. Improved siege bow. Drop the crap bow. Pick up the leather headband. And just empty gem slots, so anyway, I got a better bow. So on my way back to town, let's see if I can test out the better bow. Oh, hey, I'm still doing 3 points of damage. However, it looks like it shoots quicker. So, take that for what you will. Still doing pretty damage, but technically my DPS is better because I shoot much faster. Oop. I gotta pick up all the money they drop. Trust me. I need the monies. I just gotta figure out how to get back to town. Yes, there's a map. I just haven't looked at it. And I gotta kill more, not the skeletons, mind you, but little... Oh, this is not where I want to be. No, I'm gonna have to look at my map. It's like a machine gun now. Just call me Legolas. Wow. Hey, I got it. Don't be killing my stuff. So I'm over here. Alright, so I have a little ways to go. Oh wait, was that money? No. Okay, I just gotta get back to town. I gotta kill some more of those little peat bog thingies. Then I'll have 2 quests to turn in, and then we'll see what's next. I'm on the path back. Ugh, skeleton. Oh, hey, look, I can pick up a quest item there. Oh, my wife found a really nasty looking bog creature. I'll tell you, it's not a bad game for what it is. It's actually a good game for what it is. It's bad for what I want it to be. That's how I would describe it. It's very good for what it does. It's just bad for what I want. I guess that's not an unfair statement, I don't think. You know. One of the things that I like about it is it kind of gives me the I'm not gonna say high fantasy, but it gives me kind of an old Dungeons and Dragons type of feel. You know, you got your fighter, there's a wizard, your ranger. I'm out here fighting skeletons and like little goblin things. So for me, it kind of has that kind of a D&D type of feel, which is perfectly cool in my book. Surrounded and they're dead. I just need 3 more. Yeah, so that's neat. I don't remember them dropping as many of those little health potions as they do, but that's good. So even though I got surrounded, I wasn't even worried about health because they kept dropping those little potions for me. So even a fighter would be a nice viable option now. Because if you got surrounded, like here, you know, strong enough, you just kill them, they don't even reach you. But fighter, you still gotta run up to them. Now I just need to drop those little tools. Bone arrows. I mean, I'm sure that's something I could use. Inventory's full, but just go to town and sell. Oh, my wife. Oh, she killed it. Oh, she found the boss. Come on, little goblin dudes. Okay, there's the town entrance. The goblin dudes live over here. Killed one and wasn't even on screen. I need 3 more of those very special drops. Oh, and Gamer Me says, reminds me of how Mythos looks. Well, then I definitely need to take a peek at Mythos, because I obviously do not remember that game at all then. Let's see here. Oh, you know, I don't care if it's a browser-based game or a download game, but I hate games where I have to kill 100 little creatures to get 12 drops. Here comes number 10. Oh, here we go. Look at that. 2 in a row. I just need 1 more. Oh, and there's some money. One more drop. One more drop. My wife has this joke amongst her friends. I haven't heard her use it too often, but oh, she says because if she overuses it, it doesn't work. So what she did was, a while ago, her friends were questing and they were going through the same heartache. It was just killing, 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 and whatever they needed to get was not dropping. And then she said something about they should really improve the drop rate on these things. And then bam, they started getting them. And then that happened a couple other times as well. So, she was kind of their good luck charms. That used to be her thing. Whenever she said, boy, they really need to increase the drop rate on these things, and just like magically started to increase the drop rate. So you see there, look, just as I started to tell you that story, bam, I got all the drops I needed. And I'm going back to town. True story. It works. Oh, there's a green improved quiver. I should probably pick up that quiver. I will make room for a quiver. And I will drop a crappy quiver. Yep. And pick up a green quiver. I think I already got my tools. I don't need that. And then I will identify the quiver. And then, what does it do? Armor value, critical hit rate, +1 damage. Check it out. Double click. And it replaces my shield. That's okay. I'm an archer. Oop. And you need those. Oh! Oh! Hey, look, there's my wife. And I'm going back to town. Okay, here. Wait, what? 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 She's telling me to stop. What? I'm gonna go back to town. It's dangerous out here. She's gonna try and invite me now. So we're gonna see if we can friend up. So here comes the massively multiplayer portion. So she hit her, she typed in hello. Hey baby. Looking for a good time. My chat window on the game is so small I know you can't see what I said, so I just put hey baby, looking for a good time. Because you know, every good role-playing conversation starts out with trying to pick up a chick. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out how to friend. Now see, she doesn't even show up in my friends list, and oh there it is, player search. Alright, so now, if I right click her, and click on add to buddy list, wait for it, she's not on my buddy list. Let me do a refresh, and she's not on my buddy list. Yeah, this definitely has a crappy social networking system. Oh my gosh. Okay, how about if I invite her to group? Invitation was sent. See, this is the problem we had earlier. I did a /invite option to her and it said that an invitation was sent and nothing showed up on her screen. And now she just said out in general, how do I invite to group? So maybe some wanderer by will tell us, but we're not getting it. And then, so I'll let her ask this guy. Let's see, the gamer me says, that chick can be a man, you know. Well, you know, that chick could be a man, but since that man is sitting right next to me in real life, I kind of know it's not a man. So I'm lucky there. But but see, you bring up an interesting point. If you're role playing, then it's your character that's approaching that female on-screen avatar character. And at that point, it doesn't matter because you're role playing. You're not propositioning the person behind the keyboard. Your character is propositioning another character. That's beautiful. That's deep somehow. And then Cynic comes up with fail game is fail. Yeah, I'm not feeling the love because I just hit buddy list and refreshed buddy list, and she's not coming up on my buddy list. So. And then the gamer, he lolls. I know. Yes, I had people at me playing a female character. It's funny. Hey, look, I play chicks all the time. Maybe I should be more professional. I play female avatars all the time because they're way more attractive than the guys. It's interesting because I was reading an article on a really cool website, and they actually brought up this question: is there just too much male character for a male? Talking about Beefcake. The men are just sometimes just ugly, but the ladies, they go out of their way to make them real pretty. Well, if I gotta look at the backside of an avatar for, a long marathon gaming session, I might as well enjoy what I'm looking at. So I have a lot of guy characters, and I have quite a few female characters. You're just playing a game. It doesn't reflect anything on the person whatsoever. It's a role-playing game. The whole point is you're supposed to be able to immerse yourself into something that you aren't. It is a game. I mean, if I play a male mage, it doesn't mean I'm a male mage in real life. I'm not, it's just a game. Chicks get the loot. And that's true too. I've seen that as a female. I'd just be playing my character, just playing the game, and someone comes up and they're like, start giving you stuff because they think it's a girl. Well, I'm not trying to deceive nobody. I mean, it's my character, so I try to play my person and character, And if you want to give the chick stuff, and then they start asking, are you a girl in real life? And then at that point you had to make the decision. Well, do I tell them? Do I not? Yeah, it just gets complicated. But hey, it's your game. Play it how you like. I'm okay with it. We need to play APB. Oh my gosh. Terrible experiences with All Points Bulletin. Hard to explain, but that is a game that will never again grace my hard drive, regardless of its free-to-play status. We will. That's the Voldemort of my computer. That's one of the games that shall not be mentioned. It doesn't like me. It kept punk bustering me. I got in, updated, patched. Like, cool, I'm playing All Points Bulletin. I'd get about 10 feet into the world, running around, and say, hey, go talk to this guy, start a quest, and it would kick me for Punk Buster. I'm like, really? So I'd run the Punk Buster client again, uninstall it, reinstall Punk, but it just never seemed to take. So I just said, you know what, if they don't want me playing, I won't play. Yeah, wow, I was right. I was really surprised because I was really excited. I wanted to find the people that dress their folks like Dukes of Hazzard and stuff like that, but I never got to play APB. I got as far as character creation and walking into the world, stepping out into, like, you start out at like a police headquarters or something. Anyway, you walk out onto a street. I saw a car coming. I was like, well, that's cool. There's traffic, and then it would just kick me out. It was like Punk Buster. I don't even remember the error now. It was just enough to make me go, really? After a few tries, I just said, that's fine, I'm done. Seems to be the EBST software. It seems it's slipping. Yeah. Oh, okay, and then my wife, she's done. She said that we can't get buddies list or invite, and if my wife can't figure it out, then it's obviously not easy or intuitive because she's pretty sharp. So if people have figured it out, then that means they probably read instructions somewhere. Oh, she ran in and talked to someone. Again, you probably can't see the chat. Like, you could see the chat, but it's so tiny on my screen. But she says it's like a known bug right now. It's like, boy, that just totally, totally kills the game right there if you can't even group or add people as friends. So, I'll turn these in, but unless something extraordinary happens, we're probably going to be done with Drakensang Online. And I'll at least pick up the quest. Okay, so we'll come back to the game because she says, but I have quests to finish. So obviously this has piqued my wife's interest to some degree. No. Okay, so she says that it's not the fact that it piqued her interest, it's the fact that her OCD is kicked in and now she has quests in her quest journal, so she has to complete it before she can totally write it off. But as a group thing, we're gonna write it off. I mean, it might come back and be fixed, but we probably won't come back. I think we're kind of done. Let's see here. It is beta. Well, it shouldn't be. I don't think it's beta. I didn't think it was beta. I didn't see anywhere on the thing saying it was beta. Maybe I missed it. I guess it's a beta. OCD. Yeah, she's kind of got some issues. Oh, the gamer me says, I love you guys. Oh, we love all you guys too. So we'll be back tomorrow. Issues? She has issues. She has issues of home cooking club. She's got issues of family circle stuff. I don't even know. But anyway, we'll come back tomorrow. I have to get up tomorrow kind of early. My work goes, I'm either working kind of evening, sometimes middle of the day like normal people, or I gotta get up early. For me, I had to be at work at 7. For me, that's early. I know some people are like, early? That's nothing. Well, for me, that's early. But tomorrow night is Tuesday, so I'll be at Star Trek Online. Oh, I'm sure I can get it working. Star Trek's working good. I just couldn't get Age of Conan reinstalled in time tonight. Normally that's what we play on Monday. Tuesday, so my old schedule should be fine. Tuesday will be Star Trek Online. I've got that reinstalled, that's patched, and that's ready to go. I'll test it to make sure it's good. Wednesday is going to be Ion free to play. That I'm going to have to try and get patched up tomorrow so it's ready for Wednesday. Which I'm excited because pretty soon the North America free-to-play will be out. So right now I'm doing the European free-to-play. So by the time I get used to that and feeling good, then the North American one will be out. Not sure what the differences will be, but at least I got some friends here that play the North American one, so we'll be able to maybe hook up with them. Thursday will be free-to-play EverQuest. Oh, my wife just found a dungeon, so she's going into the dungeon. She's finishing her quest. Don't pick up any more then. She's not picking up any more, but she's going to finish those. Thursday is EverQuest 2. Now, because I had the little fiasco with EverQuest 2 where my account was suspended, but we found out why, is because someone tried to hackers me, but we got that all fixed. So I can go back to doing some EverQuest 2 content. There's a Heal My Hovel that we want to try and get with the owner of, so we can do a Heal My Hovel. Plus, my wife, and I'm going to see if Alan Dukar wants to do a Norathian design war. So maybe we'll have another design war going up, but we're going to get our EverQuest going back on Thursday. And then Friday is another whatever I feel like. And I haven't found anything for the whatever I feel like. So I'll be looking around for that. So I should be good to go the rest of the week. And then this weekend, I don't know if I'll be broadcasting anything over the weekend. Let's see here. And then Cynic says, so even if it is beta, being an MMO, you would think grouping is kind of important. Yeah, you would think. So I don't know how long that's been bugged. I have no idea. But the one time that we decide to play is the one time it's bugged, and that just kind of killed the experience for us. And the gamer says, true, it's not a AAA title either. You guys mind if I join you for EQ2? I'd love to show off my guild hall. Yeah, sure. Well, you know me, Jadrian. What server do you play on, though? Mistmore. Yeah, why not? I think. Yeah, we'll find out. Sure. Yeah, if you guys got a guild hall, we'll come check it out. I'll make a person on Mistmore, and we'll go check it out. That's cool. Totally fine. And then if we're on Mistmore, then we'll probably, well, I don't have anybody high enough to do a dungeon run on Mistmore, but we could certainly do some house runs on Mistmore, so we can check your guild hall and check anybody else out. That's pretty cool. So that's it for me. So what is it? It's about, well, it's midnight here Central Time, so that for me is good. I started a little bit early because I knew I'd have to go to bed soon. Oh, I hate that work. So that's what I'm saying. I need to win a lottery, or I need someone out there to win a lottery for me, so you can pay me. That I would love a job where this is what I did. Gotta go to work, and I just pull up the webcam and I play a game, criticize it, and chat to folks. That would be ideal. I'd love that. So until then, I gotta do the real world thing and log off so I can get some sleep, so I can wake up, so I can go to work in the morning. So yeah. Oh, my wife just found an empty chest. Sucker. Look at that. Oh, and she was mad too. Yeah, empty chest. That sucks. Oh, yeah. Everyone's dream. I know. I'm trying to live the dream. It's coming very slowly. I've got the webcast part, and I just don't have the that it pays me part. And Ducey is my character, if that's how you pronounce it. Let me write that down. Got my handy dandy notes. I just don't have my handy dandy. I do. Handy dandy pen. So we'll put in here. Yeah, what an interesting thing to watch. Gee, I log into this guy's live web show, and what's he doing? He's writing stuff down on paper. Quality and professionalism. That's what you get when you watch Pug TV right here. Quality and professionalism. So we'll put the gamer me equals Ducey on Mistmore. But we'll put a, so we're pretty sure though. Mistmore. Awesome. Yes, so that will be Thursday. We'll swing through Mistmore and we'll do some episodes from Mistmore. That'll be exciting. So let's see, since I won't do a dungeon run, I'll do maybe, I could probably do like 3 houses on Mistmore. Wow, that's a lot. Actually, I might just do some cross-server stuff. Might do like maybe 1 or 2 things on Mistmore, and then hop over and do somebody else's server. That would be something. Oh man. Yeah, I'm already trying to think. Thursday. Where else to go? Mistmore. I'll have to look at the server listing and see if there's a place I haven't been. I've got like 1 or 2 character slots. I just kind of delete the person out and make them on the server. So I'll have to look and see where I have not been. I think I've come close to all the servers now, so I'll try and have to hit a server. Look for a server I have not been to and find out. And then could show my house in Hallis. Well, you know, well, the gamer me says he also keeps a notebook right next to him. Hey, if you're a gamer, you gotta keep, you know, it's amazing. Even in my job, they try and talk about having paperless work environments and stuff, but you know what? You gotta have pen and paper. Gotsta. And then gamer me says that we could show his house in Hallis, which would be cool. Anything. Especially if it's Hallis, because if you haven't published it, then it's easy for me to get to, because I can just swim right across the water. Bah, paperless. I know. Yeah, it's so funny. Before I came to work at home, I work from home now, but when I was working at the building, they called that the paperless environment, and I used more paper in a paperless environment than I do now. Now that I'm home and I have a paper environment, I use less paper. Go figure. What's up with that? Crazy. So anyway, I think that does it for me. I love just hanging out and chit-chatting, but I gotta shut her down. I gotta get me a drink, and I gotta crawl into bed. So hey, and we just had Cyril join. I hope that's how you say it. Xeral. How you doing? Thank you for joining. And it was, I always feel bad when people like pop in right as I'm getting ready to leave, because then it's like, oh gee, I might as well just go. Sorry, but we'll be back tomorrow. Now my goal is just to set some expectations. Normally I start my broadcast at 11 p.m. I'm trying to actually bring it back a little bit earlier and start at about 10:30, just so I can still do about a good hour and a half. But it just gives me a chance to get to bed a little bit sooner, because depending on my work schedule, if I gotta get up super early, I don't function too well on like 3 or 4 hours of sleep like I used to do. So I'll be trying to start at about 10:30 Central Time. So I might, if that works out for me, I'll adjust that time. But you know, I'll be here all week. This particular week I don't work late, so all week I'll be here. So anyway, see you all later. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, except Friday. What happens Friday? Oh, apparently I won't be broadcasting Friday. We have company coming. Why would that stop me? They're your friends. So I won't be here Friday. We got company coming in. Guess that's enough for me. I better go before I get in trouble.